CNN ain't see none of my friends. Swag gave me the blues, they never walked in my shoes. They want us living in fear, it ain't what I'm trying to hear. Switched it over to Fox, kept clicking, I barely stopped. New guest on NBC, no one that represent me, so I got tired of waiting. Sit master debate, give me some headlines, it must be past bedtime. Sleeping on me still like I ain't vitamin D for real. Rep your city, play devil's advocate. Wayne Brady gon' have to smack a bit. Tell me something good, a recipe for success. Give me some timeline, shop session and flight deck. Hey, P, what's next?
C.O.D mimosas, hold up. C.O.D mimosas, pull up. C.O.D mimosas, go up. Your love's a roller. C.O.D mimosas, hold up. C.O.D mimosas, pull up. C.O.D mimosas, go up. Your love's a roller. C.O.D mimosas, hold up. C.O.D mimosas, pull up. C.O.D mimosas, go up. Your love's a roller. C.O.D mimosas, hold up. C.O.D mimosas, pull up. C.O.D mimosas, go up. Your love's a roller.
Niggas getting hella lit. Niggas smoke hella slip, blowing smoke out the sunroof. On the way to roof, Chris with a black and yellow bit, bumping that old school whiz. Cushion OJ, but it lean in that thing. C.O.D mimosa and had that champagne. That's $100 drink every time I pour a glass. Get with me, man.
C.O.D the Cater Boy Music, aka Big Tabby, aka Tabula Rasa, aka C.O.D.M.D. Shouts out to the Dr. Know the Voice, aka Chosen One David, aka Cash on Delivery, aka Coming on D's, aka Fuck with me. You know what I'm talking about? And as I sit here and think about it being the beginning of the NFL season and everybody headed down the path toward the Super Bowl to chase glory, why that is so desired is because sports is, will be, and always has been about the story. And through this game of football, which I love deeply, is actually the catalyst for what built this partnership. Before he was ever my motherfucking partner in their music shit, their podcast shit, or anything, this nigga was my upperclassman and hazed me as a freshman on the football team, man. Sports are about the story, man. And without sports, who knows if we get Gimme Some Headlines, man. And on that note, I won't drop one more letter bar quote without bringing in my dog Float. Shouts out to my nigga P, man.
It's your boy, P. Henry Trotter IV, a.k.a. Home Run Trot, a.k.a. Mr. Lone P, a.k.a. Casino P. Don't Gamble With Your Life, a.k.a. Mock Tube, a.k.a. Ph.D. The other doctor is in the crib, a.k.a. Mr. Dyson if you're nasty. What it is, babe.
Hey man, you already know
and
what the fuck
Quinn,
it is, man.
and that's Quinn Tavius. Quinn with the pen, man with the lens. Dyson.
Oh yeah, man. This your boy Montavious Dyson. I was focused on the C.O.Ds, but you got to know it's your boy me. He talking about me with your boy P. Yeah, talking about it's a me, David.
It's a me.
But boy, I'm like, hold up. That shit sound like the fan and not the AC, bruh. But the theme of this week's flight deck, bro, is that sports are about the story.
Some I can fuck some hoes to. Play that in my old school. Play
Bless
that
you.
in my old school.
And a part of why that's such a huge narrative and why it's important is that people got to know we care about the story more than we do the game. So when people are like, you that mad over a game? Bitch, I'm mad that this story that I spent 3 hours watching play out didn't end the way I wanted it to.
Yeah.
I mean, AIDS, a baby and all, Forrest Gump got Jenny. You feel what I'm saying? When your team lose, he ended up by himself. Tom Hanks not supposed to end up by his motherfucking self, bruh. Even in Castaway, he came to fuck home. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, I throw it to you as I go to cut the AC on, man. Sports are about the story. Think of all of your favorite movies and imagine them ending differently. That is what happens when your man team lose or he gamble and lose. That's fucking Fast and Furious not being about family. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the people, dog.
We create these happy endings in our head, and we know what it look like when they get going. It's the same thing that happens when you watching Housewives of Atlanta or Love and Hip Hop or whatever shows you like, and you have a character that you like, and something happens to them that you don't agree with. It makes you feel away because you created it. You painted that story for them already, and it's a preconceived notion for you. And if that storyline don't follow the plot that you already created, or if it throw a twist at you, that's one thing. But if it throws something at you and it end how you don't want it to end,
when Nene got divorced,
be upset about it. Right. And so
I only watched the show, and I remember everybody talking about them having the strongest relationship.
Yeah. And that's that's how this thing go, man. It's that if it wasn't for the storylines, like it would just be some dudes running into each other on grass and crossing imaginary planes on the ground, and like it wouldn't.
And basketball would be 10 dudes running around throwing a leather circle through a metal circle and growling at each other because of their prowess at doing it. That's what basketball would be. So when y'all go, I don't care why you like this, boo, that's because you looking at the Mona Lisa and all you can see is the leather circle and the metal circle. It ain't because we simple. It's because that's all you see when you look at the Mona Lisa. You feel what I'm saying? There is art happening. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, the same way, like, if you read Kobe book, he talk about like the intricacies of basketball. Even somebody who play basketball don't see basketball the way Kobe Bryant saw basketball. Like he's seeing that shit like Rain Man.
Talking about details,
and it makes it. And when
they turned it to the show,
like the level of the detail make the difference, bro. That's why he's as great as he is and what he did, and that's why Jordan was great. Like the differences in the details, man. And when that thing cut on, like you think about the production.
Can I hit you with something before you move forward?
Came out. Yeah, go ahead.
When you talk about the details, let me play some audio for you.
Gordon comes to the plate. He's going to take this first pitch as a salute to Jose Fernandez. And he hits a high fly ball. This is deep to right field. He has homered for Jose. I ain't never hit a ball that far, even in BP. That's the best moment of my life, to hit a home run for him.
Y'all ain't him. He said he homered for Hernandez, G. And when they interviewed him, he said he's never hit a ball that far in his life, not even in BP. That means batting practice. No defense, no pressure. Them pitching to him so that he can get better at his swing. He's never hit a ball that far. He take a pitch. So he is in the count, trying to pay tribute to his OG who passed away in an accident. And the very next pitch. The details, man. It's the details. Keep going, my brother. I was waiting for the right moment to play that, and when you hit me with that, I had to drop it in.
Yeah, bro. It's like it's every year you hear, and you need, like, you absolutely need. The league needs these. What does every story need? It needs a protagonist and it needs an antagonist. So these guys that come in the league, they hold out on the contract, or they are a cancer on their team. Like, the league need all these people. The way they condemn them, but they need them. If you had a league full of heroes and everybody who did it the right way, it would be boring as dog shit.
Facts. Can I speak on your point again?
Go ahead.
The NBA, the incumbent is always the fucking villain. The new nigga is always the hero. Pistons, Bulls. I don't know how the Pistons got fucked and the Celtics stayed the heroes. That might have been a black-white thing. I don't know. Why y'all make everything by race? Because Isaiah Thomas is not talked about as the greatest tiny player when he 3-1 versus Jordan in the playoffs. He the only person to ever beat Bird and Magic in a fucking run to the finals. Jordan has never beat Larry Bird in a playoff game, let alone series. And nobody talks about Isaiah when they mention GOAT, let alone best small player ever. They always say Allen Iverson. Like, this nigga not walking around with actual hardware. But talking about narratives and it being about the stories, the reason why Curry fans and LeBron fans clash so much is because there is such a broken narrative built around that rivalry. Curry gets built as the underdog, as the son of an NBA player. He gets built as a tiny guy, as a 6'3" motherfucker who can jump with a perfect jump shooter. I mean, a jump shot. You feel what I'm saying? Having access to every basketball skills camp you would ever think of in his maturation process, and NBA players at arm's length 9 months out of the year because his dad is at work and he comes to work to see his pop. He got built as the underdog versus the nigga who came up with Gloria James, and I ain't gonna go through his story ain't well known. You feel what I'm saying? But the son of an NBA player got built as the underdog versus LeBron. How the fuck, a lottery draft pick, they were surprised when he turned out to be good. Like, what the fuck? You understand? I know LeBron was 1 overall, but why are we surprised that Steph Curry is good at fucking basketball? How is he an underdog in any fucking shape? Chris Paul is smaller than him, and people talk about him like he the dirtiest player in the game, rightfully so. But Steph Curry, and it would have been a better story for him to have been a juggernaut like Michaels and McElroy. He McElroy. He a freight train coming straight up the ass of the competition. And Braun was Will Ferrell. You feel what I'm saying? Because then them joining up at some point would make sense. But when you make him the underdog can't ever go join up with him.
Yeah. Right.
The narratives and the story make sense. KD going to the Warriors, him blowing a 3-1 lead to the Warriors, and then the Warriors blowing a 3-1 lead to the goddamn Cavaliers. That storyline matters for why a bunch of soft-ass hoe niggas joined up to beat the king. I don't care how y'all split it. 2 sets of suckers who blew 3-1 leads joined together and was able to finagle 2 championships. I'm not impressed, but both y'all losers joined together to become winners. Y'all was some losers, cuz. And I don't care how y'all niggas split it.
Yeah. They
together in the postseason, y'all blew a 7-2 lead on opponents.
And not, I don't agree with everything this guy says, but
7-up, chump.
And us being, y'all about to go up by, y'all about to get 6 more. Stephen A. said something to Kevin Durant at one point, and he was like, y'all need us. And I didn't realize how important that statement that he made to KD was. Like, why do Kevin Durant need the media? You do need the media because they garner the attention around this thing. They are the ones who create these storylines. Obviously, basketball is a ballet. It is art. But part of that art is you need it would be perpetual motion, but it would only be motion. You don't really get to hear anybody talk on the court. You hear the guys on the sideline providing the color, telling you what's going on in the game. You read the stories because whenever games are not going on, they building the stories around it. So you're more interested in these games now. So when Stephen A, I used to be against what Stephen A said, but I realized how important it is because I write stories for a living. Like I literally write stories for a living with a pen, with a camera.
Katie says as often as you will let him.
How important that is.
I just want to hoop. Bitch, well, if all you want to do is hoop, somebody got to tell the fucking story. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you want to do,
talk about this.
And you want to be the highest paid employee in the chain, you got to value the other pieces of the motherfucking link.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that shit, yeah. Yeah, man. Like even before we had this conversation, like and they do the same, like on ESPN. This is a sports network, but y'all go find kids who at the end of who terminally ill, and you bring them to garner that attention. Why? Because that kid's story matters. Like this kid is going through something, and they meet their favorite sports star. That's a great story to bring more attention to your game, because now that guy's a hero because he went to visit that child who was obscure to him before.
Fact.
But now is in his realm of consciousness because of that child's terminal illness. And they go searching for stories every single day. So when they condemn like Lamar Jackson, I'm wholly convinced you can't have fans like everybody. There has to be some polarization. There has to be somebody they like, and there has to be somebody they dislike. And we got to go like the Cam, and it's just the Cam Newtons, the Lamar Jacksons, the ABs, the Deshaun Jacksons, like all those guys. They have to take that. They have to take that on and be the villains for the league, so the league can continue to be the juggernaut that they are financially, and garner all this attention. Because your eyeballs are the thing that matter the absolute most.
Bruh, I ain't even gonna catch
you. Wear your favorite character, like you wear your kids. It's funny, bruh. Halloween costumes. Adults dress in Halloween costumes literally all the fucking time. Kids dress up like Thor, Spider-Man, Batman. It's motherfuckers that go to the gym dressed like LeBron. It's motherfuckers that go to games dressed like Steph Curry. It's motherfuckers that go looking like Russell Wilson. They put this man jersey on their back. What are you wearing his costume? And we talking about the storylines of like let's go.
But can I give you some headlines?
Come on with it.
Bruh, I got some crazy shit for you today. You talking your shit today, bro. I love where your head's at. This gonna be a great show. You agree?
I do.
All right, so what genre of headlines you think you leaning toward?
Am I just supposed to pick?
Off the top of your head, man, what you want to talk about?
All
right, I give you a wide range of stuff and box you in. The best high school football player you never heard of lives in Forest City, North Carolina. Jalen Hurts taking over as Eagles quarterback, playing through controversy. And his killer crawfish. Got to talk about that crawfish. The women. Know you love your women. Working toward wellness. Last but not least, Bradley Beal got called out for questioning why vaccinated people still get COVID. Ooh.
I did see that.
Let's
talk about the ladies.
I knew you was gonna pick it with your punk head. That's why I gave it to you as an option. I knew you were gonna pick that Bradley Beal story, boy. You be avoiding them COVID stories. He said, "For what? What we doing here?" Give me some headlines. You read it. People know it's out there if they want it. They ain't coming here to get it. All right, talking about the ladies who we love, giving a platform to here. Give me some headlines. As my nigga P said, if I was president, that shit would be easy. My first act, make mistreating black women first degree treason. I had to walk to it so I ain't lose the bars. But the women working toward, well, shouts out to my nigga P. Henry Trotter the Fourth, aka Quinn with the pen. What? This article is brought to us by Raquel Willis. Photography by, well, y'all can't see the photography, by Allie Holloway. They're on the article. Shouts out to her. And it's an Apple News Plus special. Working toward wellness, physical and mental wellness being cannot be set. Oh shit. Physical and mental well-being cannot be separated. These change makers are working to ensure you have both. Over the past year, we humans have had our lives upended as we've tried to ward off unknowns of the novel coronavirus. It's devastated our physical health. At press time, the number of American lives lost was 500,000 and counting. An exacerbated situation is our mental health crisis. In fact, the American Psychological Association reported that 71% of Americans believe we are living through the lowest point in United States historical context that they could remember. Despite the difficulties we face, there has been at least one redeeming factor. Our society has reconsidered the bravery and perseverance of frontline healthcare workers and their daily fight to keep our bodies thriving. Now it's time to celebrate the ones giving relief to our spirits. Reproductive justice warriors, end-of-life planners, mutual aid facilitators, and more. Dedicated to making 2021 healthier and less stressful for all. Here are the change makers who are bridging the gap between health and hope. And then the rest of the article spotlights the equity champions, the Black Stocks. Oni Blackstock, founder and executive director of Health Justice, and Uchi Blackstock, or Uche Blackstock. I may be murdering that both times, but blessings and love to both of these Blackstock sisters. Founder and CEO of Advancing Health Equity in New York City. Doctors and twins. Yeah, I said it, fool. Doctors and twins. Hey, you time back.
That's what's up.
Yeah, my bad. Just a quick rundown on them though. Doctors and twins. Uche. I think it's Uchi Blackstock. I don't want to say it like Uchi, but Uche Blackstock share more than DNA. They both have the distinction of being leading voices in the fight for equity in healthcare. Oni found her calling examining the determinants of the system of oppression that impact people's health, most notably those with HIV and AIDS, as a part of the NYC Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. She created the guidance for the intersection of the disease and COVID-19. Now Oni and Uchi both lead organizations, Health Justice and Advancing. Okay, I read that earlier. So like I said, it just touts a lot of the minutia of how they built their experience to put them to where they are now, and then how they're growing it from there. And if you guys want to explore more of this, the link will be in the show notes that my brother P put together. And on that note, I'll throw it to my brother P for his thoughts. I kept that to a tight 5 minutes, man. We getting good at that time and shit, bro. The clocks is in our heads, y'all. We gonna give y'all some headlines and more though. Can I toast to us, cuz? You got some liquor?
Man.
Toast to us, cuz. What you got in that snifter? That's a grown man shit,
bro. Yeah, that event that Bone took me to.
Shouts out to my nigga Bone, man. Pairing. One of the coldest niggas y'all ever breathe oxygen with if you're blessed to.
He took me to a whiskey and food pairing. And they had 5 like whiskey drinks.
Shouts out to Morgan Waitley.
5 courses of this meal, man. And this was like the exquisite shit. Like this is so there's only 175 bottles of this in the United States, and they like popped one open and gave it to us at this event. So, and I kept that. I walked out with the glass, with that joint in the glass. Didn't drink none of it. I was like, I'm taking this home. I'm gonna say this for show day.
Can I hit you with something before you jump on that headline, my brother?
Yeah.
For all y'all niggas who be talking that shit, man, shut the fuck up and listen to this real quick, cuz. Country music the shit. I know we made a downtown reservation. Let's get there early, get drunk, and break it. There's cabs outside. We could wave and take one to that little dive bar you like. I know you got your red dress on, but it was always gonna come back, oh. So gonna call me crazy. We both know it's just a matter of time, baby. With me on whiskey and you on wine. You don't know about that shit, my nigga. Pizza and down to the little whiskey and wine thing. When I tell you, country music is the only genre of music that is a bedrock elemental force of it is telling stories. You can live life to that shit. And that's Morgan Wallen, whiskey and wine, man. I know all my old head niggas be on that brown, man. Single malt. Y'all be on that bourbon. Y'all be on all that shit, man. Bless yourself with some goddamn country music, man. Put that Luke Combs better together and that whiskey and wine in your playlist and turn up. But my brother, speaking of other shit that's dope as fuck, the story. Staying in the theme of sports being about stories, life being about story, and some of the best music you'll ever consume being about stories. The story of these two young black women who are bringing attention to causes that are underserved and much needed. How you feel about them? The Black Stocks.
There are 3 pillars that I have to a fulfilling life. They
Speak
are
on it.
A stable home, somewhere where you can call home, roof over your head, walls around you where you feel safe, access to wholesome food and clean water, sustenance which is sustenance for your body.
Yes, sir.
And then access to a good education. So whether that's life experience, whether that's the formal classroom, a way for you to get information so you can personally develop, so you can create and design the life that you want to. And so I'll throw what they're doing into that. And what that does is it creates an environment for you. It creates a really encouraging environment for you to move your life forward. And I'll put this in the sustenance piece and creating your environment internally, which is your mind and your body, creating your environment, which is your the edifice that you live in, your home, and then creating your environment where you put the right people around you, man. So we have doctors for so many different things. We have doctors for the physical body. We have doctors of religion, so your spiritual body. And then we have doctors for the mind. And so I'm glad they taking all of these things and they like blending them to take care of the whole person. And they are doing this together. 2 sisters who, they were twins, right? So 2 women who shared a womb. 2 women who shared a womb and have a vision, and they are bringing that vision to fruition and bringing value to like their people, because we are, like you said, we are very underserved when it comes to healthcare in our community. Shouts out also to Dr. Rita Walker, who wrote a book about Black mental health. And so hopefully those women meet each other at some point. And they do some things that bring more attention, and they grow the community of wellness and health for Black people and people of color. But that's fantastic, man. I had never heard of them before today, so I'm glad that they are now part of my consciousness, and I'm interested to see how they start moving forward and continue to drive the awareness around these issues.
Facts, man. I find myself wanting to hit you with one of the headlines that didn't make the choices just because I had written this down. Jack Harlow and Bryson Tiller were thinking about doing a joint project, and I hate the sound of Jack Tiller, but I love the sound of Bryson Harlow. That's all. Thoughts? Tell me that shit don't sound good. That sound like it'll be. Yes, it had just the right amount of bounce and motherfucking R&B. A Bryson Harlow project? Like,
I'm interested to hear more from my man's Bryson Tiller. I haven't heard anything about him in a while. But Jack Harlow, I've never heard a whole song by, buddy.
It really feel like he trying to cultivate a DJ Mustard level. All of his stuff have the same like BPM, rhythm, and cadence. And I'm not quite sure where he from or what sound and area and region he representing when he do it. But it's almost like he the hip hop INOJ. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, she was doing covers, but his joints is like samples of shit you'll know if you be on the type of shit bruh be on, because he obviously has a diverse music palette and love a lot of shit. And he take the different cuts or the different feels that he want to work with, and then he put it on his. It's not a West Coast bounce, but whatever he cultivating and his production team is they type shit bounce. You know what I'm saying? I think of it as it's almost like a couple ticks off of like booty music and shit like that. Like a couple BPMs down from booty music and like 69 boy Uncle Luke shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Got that. But that shit was freeze forward. Yeah, I mean his shit more. I mean, if I was on a drum machine, I could do that shit and you'd be like, oh, I see what the fuck you talking about. But, you know, I see music and I hear it, so it's hard to speak that shit.
Yeah.
Other than when I'm rapping. But yeah, man.
I might give him a shot then.
He all right. But that's what I'm saying. If you have heard one, you've heard a good bit of his shit that's fire. Because I connect mostly with the shit that I'm talking about as being his thing. He has more shit, but the shit that I connect with fit all in this lane. So that's kind of what he is to me, because that's what I hear most often. You know what I'm saying? What is reality? It don't exist if I don't experience it. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Square business.
I mean, I could tell you Childish Gambino is a stand-up comedian, but if you never watch his comedy special, that shit not real for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to go watch Weirdo for him to be a stand-up comedian in your history of the world as a curator of your life experience. When you tell the story of the world, if you're given 80 years, your snapshot, if you never see Asia, it doesn't exist when you tell the story of the world. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not in any real way. There's some shit you saw on TV. But on that note, my brethren, can you pull up the GSH email so that we can get into a that's a bit chalk session for the NFL picks, man? We 3 weeks into the NFL season. How you feeling about your picks so far, man? As you get ready to pull them up, talk to me a little bit and I'm going to come right back at you.
Oh, they're looking ass right now. I ain't even gonna front. They are not looking great. 3 weeks in. Tua. Yeah.
Hold up. Shit sandwich. Give me a player prediction you feel great about and a team prediction you feel terrible about.
A player selection I feel great about. Myles Garrett for Depoy this year.
Fuck. Yeah, that's a kick in the dick. Good fucking picky son of a bitch.
He had 4.5 sacks this past weekend. And team, I picked the Miami Dolphins to win the East. It looks like Buffalo may run away with that shit.
Have you found it in the GSH email?
I'm here.
Share the screen, bro, so you could talk about it. All right, now that I let you say a player pick you feel good about and a team that you feel, let me do what you're doing first. It don't matter. Let me respond to what you said first. Let me hate on you and do a player you picked that is terrible and a team that's good that I'm worried about. I'm gonna do the opposite of the two you just did. That Myles Garrett pick, oof. That shit there make you look like a savant. You know what I mean? When he go get 4.5. But that nigga Cam Newton is not playing right now. So it's pretty hard for that nigga to win Offensive Player of the Year. I can't wait to see where he finishing them odds, my nigga. I think it's pretty low. You know what I mean? Yeah. You a chump for that. Yeah. And as far as them team picks, pull them team picks up, OG. And as far as them team picks, I'd say very much so. Yo, NFC, not NFC.
It may be NFC.
Hold up. Where we at? Tampa Bay Titans, Packers. The fucking Browns, that's the team that's hurt my heart, man. The Ravens, they having a tough go of it, bruh. The Ravens is having a tough go of it, bruh. So the Browns, like Myles Garrett and the Browns, that's why my first response had to be hating on you. So I'm going to do the same thing you just did, man. Flip back to the player picks, man. I'm going to tell you the one I'm feeling Gucci, Louis, Prada, a bit out. Fuck you talking about. Comeback player of the year, fuck you talking about. J Boo. Let me love on J Boo for a second, man. Why ain't nobody on any TV show said a goddamn word about the fact that he ain't got his best weapon? Why the fuck y'all comparing him to what Drew Brees did when he ain't got Colston? He ain't got a $22 million receiver. He the receiver that broke the $20 million threshold. He that good. He changed the market for receiver good, and Jameis Winston don't have him, and look at what the fuck he doing. You understand what I'm saying? Take Devontae Adams from Rodgers, and let's talk about it. Take Cooper Kupp, put Matt Stafford back on the goddamn Lions, and let's talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? Shouts out to J Boo and what he doing without a number one wide receiver who beefing with the organization, some shit that predate him by 3-4 years. And they judging him for how he did the surgery. And he like, bitch, I'd have been healthier if y'all would have paid me 2 years ago, and I could have got this shit 2 years ago when y'all was trying to hoard all the money to leverage everything to win one more for Drew when y'all could have paid me 2 years ago. You feel what I'm saying? But all this shit get crazy. But man, shouts out to J Boo, man. I feel great about that one. And go to the team, and I'm going to tell you what I feel bad about. Hey, I already said the Ravens, so I ain't even gonna come back to that. Bruh. Chiefs at the bottom of the AFC West, and the Chargers looking fucking good. You hear me? Yeah. And I'd have picked the Chiefs to go to the fucking Super Bowl. You hear me, nigga? Yeah. Like, oh no, we ain't picked the Super Bowl pick, so I'm gonna take that back.
No, we picked them. We picked AFC, NFC champs. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, we did pick conference champs. So we got the Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah, we picked conference champs.
Okay, so yeah, fuck.
Yeah, we just
I
didn't
got
pick
them
winners.
coming
Yeah, we're not
out of the
picking winners
AFC.
yet.
I'm worried about the Chiefs. That's my answer. So there go your shit. I feel good about Jay Boo for comeback player of the year. When you said they got to be coming out injury, I'm like, I don't know. The nigga Jay Boo kind of count. What if his eyes was injured? The nigga had LASIK. Do that count? But Jay Boo and the Chiefs, man, feel good about Jay Boo. I'm worried about the Chiefs. Where your head at, G? You picked them to win the division, but you ain't go so far as to pick them fools. Them Browns, fuck you and them Browns. How you talk to me, G? You son of a bitch.
I feel great. I honestly feel great about my Browns pick. Odell came back. He looked good.
Did he?
I didn't expect them to do. I didn't expect them to do this past weekend what they did. So I'm like, hell yeah, man! Stay on pace.
Times.
I feel terrible about that Washington pick because Fitzpatrick got fucking hurt before this, like drive number 1, and then 2 got hurt. So yeah, I mean, and this injuries is a part of the game. But the Dolphins look ass right now. Like the Dolphins look ass. But I think they won this past weekend, man. So, shockingly, like they pulled it off. So they may have a shot. Like, but I think this,
which make me look like an asshole for trusting you and Cam Newton. I ain't want to put the egg on my face. Cause the reason I picked the Patriots to win the AFC East is because of you and all that fucking Cam Newton talk. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, picking Christian McCaffrey, and then he got hurt on our fantasy team. But we address that shit later.
Oh no, you want that? I'm free Aaron Jones over here.
Fuck you,
I'm always free Aaron Jones. But with that Cam pick, but Cam ain't there though. Like they didn't keep Cam not because he couldn't play, but it's because he wouldn't get vaccinated.
Boy, that Hall of Fame was talking about if Cam was there, the Patriots probably be 3-0. And I said, man, fuck y'all, dog.
Yeah, like if Cam was there, it's not because of his play. Because like we being the Saints, they teed off on Mac Jones' ass this weekend. They wouldn't have been able to do that shit to Cam. They would not have been able to do that shit to Cam Newton. Not at fucking all, man. So I'm not the Dolphins may still can get there if the Bills slow down, but I think the Bills probably going like 13-4, 14-3. So that's
can I do something I think would be dope, OG?
What's that?
We headed into 8 minutes into the segment. Can I give you the division leaders and you tell me whether we right or wrong? Go C.O.D. right or C.O.D. wrong. PHTIV. Bing. However you want to do it. You feel me? Give me the division and I give you the answer.
All right. We'll start with the AFC West.
AFC West currently, from the bottom to the top, we got the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and AFC West leading division Raiders.
The fucking Raiders. They have fumbled all the way to the bag. Usually motherfuckers fumble the bag. They have fumbled their way to the bag.
Who'd have thought that Matthew Stafford and motherfucking David, wait a minute, not David, which one is Derek Carr would be the baddest quarterbacks in the land?
Dog.
That shit crazy. Hit us with the results, bro. For the podcast audience who can't see it. AFC West.
We chose the Chiefs. We still gonna win that thing. We still gonna win. They gonna figure
hit me with another conference.
I think we're gonna figure it out.
They got an extra game to walk them down. In a 16-game season, I don't know.
Yeah.
Worst the first after damn near the quarter pole. But this conference, this division very well may have 3 of the playoff teams. They may sneak 2 of the wild cards. Yeah. It'll be hard because they got to play each other. Yeah. But it's gonna be interesting. We'll see what the rest of the AFC do.
Let's go NFC West.
All right. The NFC West, worst the first. You got the Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers, Los Angeles Rams, and the division leading Arizona Cardinals with that boy Kyler Murray and Cliff K.I.N. Kingsbury. K.I.N. Jings.
We on pace there, baby. Come on, Cardinals. Come on, Cardinals.
We went solid for the NFC and the AFC. We went back to back. That's plus 600 for the listeners. We went minus 290 on the Chiefs. So if we bet 100, we'd win $29. And we plus 600 on the Cardinals. They a long shot, baby. So if we lose that Chiefs bet and win that Cardinals bet, we'd have bet 200 and won a net of 6. I mean, we'd have won 6, so the net would be 4. That's gambling right now for you. Keep going, G. I ain't gonna do all of the math, okay? It'll take forever, but go ahead, G.
Yeah. We got AFC North.
AFC North. Worst the first, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens, and the Cincinnati Bengals leading the division.
The Bengals?
Oh, wowzers. That's surprising.
We did say Burrow's going to ball out this season. Him and Jamar Chase going to be special for the next 10, 12 years, bro.
I'm so glad they reunited. When he threw him that touchy, when he threw him that tugger, I feel like he ran down there and said to him, boy, I'm going to get you $20 million. Just stay down. And don't do no dumb shit in the offseason. Just stay down. I'm going to get you $20 million. I'm going to get you 20 of them things.
Shit. You're going to be second highest paid behind me on this motherfucker. Stay down with your boy.
Yeah, boy. CMB for life, nigga. CMB for life, boy.
Joe Burrow going to make us give a fuck about Cincinnati as a football organization. That's crazy. I
give a fuck about Louisiana, so I'm going to be rooting for them because they LSU North.
Yeah.
I hope they get them a beast cornerback because they going to make one. Get them a dope-ass D lineman because they're going to make a bunch. And then I could be a fan. Go ahead. You heard me, Bengals. Yeah. If you want the black vote, get you a D lineman and a cornerback. A la Rams. They went and got an SEC quarterback. They went and got them a goddamn ACC cornerback and a motherfucking, Pac-12 motherfucking D lineman. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and your boy Matty Stafford.
He was Big East. Big East.
Big East. Pitt is in the Big East?
Pittsburgh. Yeah, it's in the
Pitt is Big East? I thought it was Pac-12. That's what fucked me up. I ain't want to say the college because I was going to fuck off the conference, but he got me. He got me. Where we at, man? We winning or we stinking in that one real quick?
We are in the AFC North. We are both pretty... You higher than I am. You got the Ravens.
I damn sure am.
I got the Browns who are third.
Say that. And Ravens are plus 115. Browns are plus 155. So he got better odds, but you see why. Gang shit. Same record, but we beat them.
Right. Next is the NFC North. We both chose the Pack at minus 145.
Worst the first, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Kirk Cousins Vikings, Chicago Bears, and Go Pack Go. Shouts out to Lil Wayne. Happy birthday on this Monday, November 20. Not November. I'm fucking all the way off. Shouts out to Lil Wayne. September 27th, 9/27. He a Libra like your boy, man. Shouts out to Wayne, man. Happy birthday, cuz. Go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.
But fuck them though.
AFC.
But for your birthday, happy pack and shit. They won. But then Aaron Rodgers said, yeah. Go ahead though.
They did shit.
What conference we in? I'm assuming you going back to an AFC.
AFC South.
Worst the first, Jacksonville Jaguars, Indianapolis Colts, Houston Flexins, and the Tennessee Titans.
We both chose Tennessee.
I like it. I think our chances of staying right.
That was the easiest one. I think we both chose that one. That was pretty easy.
Did the first one where I'm gonna go ahead and read the records. Jaguars 0-3, Colts 0-3, Texans 1-2, Titans 2-1. I think we safe.
Unless they bring back Deshaun. If they bring back Deshaun, then yeah, it's over the season.
Yeah, he started 0-5 and went 10-5 and missed the playoffs one year. He a different nigga, bro.
Yeah.
No, he went 10-6 because it's 16 games. Yeah, so he started 0-5 and went 10-6. I was like, how did he even do that? Like, was it like 7-1 and then 1-1? Like, how that shit play out?
Yeah. Hella talent, man. Now we see why. You know, fingers in his booty. NFC South.
That must have something to do with the details of the allegations against him. I just want to make sure that we don't have to use the slander and libel insurance. If y'all saw the preview to this episode, y'all know what I'm talking about. Worst to first, Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints. That ain't bad to say them right after. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carolina Panthers in the driver's seat.
Yeah. And we both. I'm doing better than you, but Carolina Panthers in the driver's seat. You chose the Saints. I chose Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a good position.
I thought I chose the Falcons with how you said it the first time because you a Saints fan and I'm in Atlanta. I ain't gonna say I'm an Atlanta fan, not on record, not on wax. This a cow. Conversation on wax. That was a good cow. That was a damn good cow. How you feel about that, man? You feel like you got a better chance to go to first than I do? Boo showing out, bruh. You see Bruce doing dumb shit like getting Gio hurt, padding the score for fucking fantasy football on us. It was a worst case scenario for me, bruh. I had this son of a bitch on my bench this week as he dropped damn near 20 and he get hurt on the last play of the fucking game. Worst case scenario for me as a Gio rosterman. I call my people rosterman. I don't call them I don't call myself an owner. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rosterman.
Yeah, man. I hate that for Gio, man, because I was a big fan of him when he was in Cincinnati and he lost his position to I think Joe Mixon up there. And I always felt like he had a whole lot. It was before Joe Mixon.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it was somebody else.
Yeah.
After Benson, before Mixon. Yeah. He was decent. He wasn't Gio.
Yeah. And like Gio's, I feel like
his biggest issue was that it's the Achilles heel thing, bruh. He could do it all, but he wasn't going to survive running between the tackles because of his size. But he was a damn good runner. He wouldn't turn down no type of play, you feel me?
Yeah.
But also to speak toward Tommy getting their teammates hurt, for him to have gotten Gronk and Gio hurt in the same game, them quotes that we talked about earlier where he was like, they changed the rules and they're making it easier for guys and now everything's a penalty when back in my day, you had to be good and make sure you didn't. If I was playing Ray Lewis, then I wouldn't throw over the middle. How the fuck you get two of your players hurt throwing over the middle in the same game that you losing by 17 points? After saying that stupid shit 3 games ago before the season started. You see what I'm saying? That quote looks stupid as fuck, right?
Yeah.
You got the GOAT tight end and your free agent signee who does exactly what you were missing from what you always had in New England. He was the James White of Tampa Bay, except he was gourmet James White because he still had sauce if he not injured. You see what I'm saying? James White was always steady. His ceiling was never where Gio's was, but James White is consistent as consistency gets. You dig? But yeah, this one got away from us. We 20 minutes deep. We got any other conferences to do?
We got two more. AFC East. You chose the
AFC
Pats,
East.
I chose the Dolphins. Yeah.
All right. AFC East. Worst to first, we got the Jets, of course, New England Pats, Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I think we in trouble there.
That nigga said, I'm going to go ahead and do the results first. What's the other conference, nigga? I do too. I don't think we
NFC East, baby.
NFC East, which will come up soon. Worst to first, we got the New York Football Giants. Take that, get them. Then we got the Washington Football Team, apparently. So we got the Football Giants and the football team. And then we got the Dallas Cowgirls. And then first place, the driver's seat, we got Yeehaw, ride 'em up, Eagles. Philly, we in that bitch. And the funniest thing is the record right now is 0-3, 1-2, 1-1, 1-1. Because the Eagles and the Cowboys are currently playing each other. Oh shit, goddamn. I just took a peek.
Yeah, they are playing on Monday Night Football.
Hey, man.
Because
Hey. I just hit you with the Kawhi, nigga. That mean chill out. Don't go too deep into it. It's not the next segment is what that mean if I got to say it straightforward and ham-fisted.
Well, that was only me filling the space because there was silence and this is an audio platform. So I was just giving the background of what was going on.
And I made noise, hopefully, so that you continue, but it was me playing defense. Keep dribbling, just cross me up and do something different is what I'm asking. You got any other stuff in your bag? But anyway, man.
Man, Ryan Fitzpatrick, man, do better, bro. Like, it's funny because I made that comment about him earlier in the season.
That was my alley-oop. That was my alley-oop. I'm ready for you. But speak on him in this context. Okay. Speak on him in this context. I fucked the timing off. I'll write it down. 56:45. Give me some headlines. Past, present. Oh, fuck. Okay. Got us to 57 anyway. GSH. Give me some headlines. Past, present, and future fantasy football. We, the Give Me Some Headlines Cowboys. Conversation on Wax Boys. We've had a rough go to the start of the season, man, and we want to give y'all a little update on fantasy football and how the team is doing, man. P, talk to the people while I pull up that beautiful beam footage and give them a rundown on where we are this week and how the first couple of weeks of the season has been going. How you feel as GM?
Man, fantasy football is a cruel bitch mother.
Yeah.
It loves you and it fucking hates you, dog. Like, obviously.
It do.
You realize how difficult it is being a GM, and like you don't have none of the pressure of actually being a GM of an actual team, but it is superbly difficult planning for all of this shit, man. And yeah, dog. Oh my gosh, man. It's
to give y'all an update on this week, yeah, I'm going to hit them with that. To give y'all an update on this week to speak to what my brother talking about, the GSH Cowboys are smacking Team Bashida 131-128. And we currently have... Okay, yeah, that one done. We done smacked them by 12. We both have 0 people left to play. We had our quarterback drop 30. Our starting running back, Christian McCaffrey, dropped 6 points and get hurt. 2 people who were starters, D. Henderson Jr., 0 points because he got injured last week. Antonio Brown, 0 points because he got injured last week. Our injured reserve spot is empty currently because I got to figure out which one of them to move down and then talk about who we may have to drop because we got 4 20-point potential players injured. Somebody got to go. But And the LA Rams defense somehow only scored 0 points this week. But we got smacked the first week because we sat Antonio Brown and he dropped 20 points. The player we sat him for dropped 6. We lost by single digits. You know what I'm saying? And it was a 14-point swing, but we had like 3 of them situations. So that's what he mean by fantasy is a cruel bitch mother. But the GSH Cowboys, who should be undefeated, are going into week 4 2-1. How you feel about it, P?
It's I feel like we have a good amount of information to know like now who to start and who to sit. Like it sucks that we lost AB because AB was being AB like of old. It's murking people in the slot. Yeah, we still got some great pieces. Like it sucks to lose Christian McCaffrey out. Obviously, the word on him is he only gonna be out for like 3 weeks, so that's helpful. But yeah, we gotta come back and find some pieces, man.
Promo.
Yeah, so,
go back and watch GSH season 1, episode 21 for the draft special, man. Because at the end of the draft, the GSH Cowboys were projected to finish number 1 overall in this league. And after 4 starters got hurt, do you know what we are projected to finish at, P?
In a league of 10, probably 8 or 9.
2. That's how good he drafted.
Shit.
That's how good we drafted. With him as GM and me on my shenanigans shit. We had 4 starters get hurt, and we are projected to drop 1 slot. Talk your shit, P. That's why I asked you, how did you feel you doing this GM? Not because, the luck of the Irish, you know what I'm saying? All these injuries and shit. Bro, we some bad motherfuckers, bro. We gonna figure this shit out. Because I ain't even asked you about the subs this week, bro. I made 3 changes, and it's why the fuck we won. I ain't even gonna talk about the switches, because this gonna be a quick segment to make up for that long bitty on that other ditty. What the fuck was it? 57 minutes. Talk your shit though, bruh. We drafted our ass off. We got AB in the 11th round. 8th round?
Yeah,
11th round.
Yeah, we got him really late. Like we got him super late. I was really happy with the draft. Like to be honest, I didn't think we'd have to play those other players, but that's why you try to draft for need and knowing that should somebody go down, like you want to draft for talent, obviously. But you also need to draft for need in case somebody go down. Because I think we drafted like 4 or 5 backs.
You heard?
And then we drafted like 6 receivers, huh?
Talk your Greg Zerline shit.
Oh, man. My dog was on Greg Zerline ass, bro. Greg Zerline been fucking balling, dog. He was on Greg Zerline ass. He hated my kicker pick. He hated the first week, bro. You hit me up and you was like, man, fuck, he done missed 2 field goals already. And then he hit like 2 50-yarders and made in the game winner.
Negative 4 points on fantasy. He'd have killed us week 1. He'd have killed us.
He came back though. He had more opportunities and he made good on those shit, man. He had a 50-yarder and then he came back and he had a 40-yarder that won the game. So,
I won't give you the details of the argument or why we ended up without him, but go check out episode 21. It's the shortest episode on there other than the preview. That bitch shorter than an hour, and it's fire. Treat yourself and get ready for your daily fantasy draft. If you're doing DraftKings, y'all cut us a check. Or if you thinking about fucking with fantasy next year, man, go check out that episode, man. It's gonna get you right. Take you right into the motherfucking draft studio.
Yeah.
And it's some good ass music that scored that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, we do a damn good job of curating the soundtrack for each episode for the people, man. So, and that be on my dog C.O.D. stepping into the lab and looking at the episode and catching the mood and then filling in a plethora and a range of music that fits the episode, and a little bit of twinkle for your ears. Shout out to me.
Can I give you some headlines?
Yeah. Come on with them headlines, man.
Bruh, whatever you ask me, can I give you some headlines? At some point, I say, give me some headlines, because I can't say it to you as the name of the show. I can't say, hey, bruh, can I give me some headlines? I always say, hey, can I give you some headlines? So you have to say, hey, yeah.
Give me some headlines.
Thank you, bruh. Give me that. Yeah, when it's a Spike P joint, even when I'm off my kilter, I be like, oh, damn, say that thing. Bow. Even if you done started giving me the headline, because I forgot, I be like, oh, say that. And I forgot to tell you that in the show me, so that's my fault, not your fault. But I'm high as a kite, and I'm starting to get on that Jackie D. It's Easter eggs all in this bitch. Y'all gonna get used to that though. That nigga said,
definitely got it.
My bad. Go ahead. I be derailed.
Nah,
Talk your shit.
No, I was just about to, it was dead ass, so I was just finna fill it in. Feel it in the air. Man, you know Arkansas was good at football this year?
I followed my homie Deontay Bennett. He one of the he a cold ass nigga I met at Savannah. He did that because he had other shit to do. I think he got a degree from Arkansas. So he been tweeting every step of the journey. Like every time they flame a nigga on Twitter, like as soon as they start talking that we own Texas shit, like I'm hip to all that shit because of Deontay, bro. Like I hated that I said my nigga whole name, but I blurp it. But shouts out to him and his twin brother who down here in the A. I think both of them niggas out here in the A now, but they from Arkansas. Fuck y'all, by the way. Now that y'all good and people talking about y'all, we can have this conversation. What the fuck about putting AR in front of Kansas make it Kansas? Linguistically, English major. What about putting AR in front of shit change the pronunciation? I ain't never seen it nowhere. Putting C in front of E? Okay. Putting AR in front of something.
Yeah. They, I mean, they in Arkansas, they had to come up with something fancy for that shit. Apparently, though, it's a really beautiful state. But it is, yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Founded by a nigga named Richard who could saw really well. Oh, that nigga Arkansas. Spell it like Kansas, though. Let's trick some of them niggas into moving over here. They won't know. They mail gonna show up and they'll be like, what this AR shit is? Whatever.
That may have been what they did, man. Just like, hey, we got to get folks to move over here. Let's make it sound nice. Arkansas. Ooh, I kind of like that.
I wanted you to tell me it meant something in like Gaelic or something, and the AR stand for off to the right. I know off start with an O, but I don't know what the fuck ulterior right, like, and it's even though it's to the left. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bruh. The shit's stupid to me though. But I did find out they good at football. How you feel about it? You think it's 9 games from now, will they be an early season forgotten story, or will they be in a playoff hunt?
Oh, they'll be a forgotten story. They've been get their ass handed to them later on.
I'm gonna send the clip to homie so he follow us and start hating you. But
yeah, that's right. Come on.
Hey, yeah.
A lot of rich ain't been good since the Commodores. That's how I feel about Arkansas. Damn it, fan. That's the last time they was great. That's the last time they was great.
I'm gonna take you all over the place with this one. You ready for this?
Yeah,
Bobby Schmurda.
Give me some headlines.
Bobby Bobby Shmurda and Chief Keef star in campaign for Drake's new OVO NBA collaboration. Dez Bryant slammed. Oh, that story. All these stories by the same people, and they ain't gonna say who it is. Dez Bryant slammed for saying Colin Kaepernick protest didn't have a call to action. U.S. college gender gap producing dangerous amount of broke and alone men. Ja Rule says he and Fat Joe purposely avoided R. Kelly collaborations during verses.
Oh my God, that last one is fucking hilarious. But
if I could just speak on the last one, because I hope you don't choose it. If y'all don't understand crab in a bucket syndrome, it don't matter how low another motherfucker is. To step on him to try and get higher, some whole shit. That's just how I feel about it. And people talk about breaking crab in a bucket syndrome. And they always talk about beating the syndrome instead of addressing being in a fucking bucket. And for you niggas who still okay stepping on niggas instead of linking arms so that if anybody make it out, we all have to make it out, y'all kiss my motherfucking ass, bro. And I'm a huge fan of his early catalog. Veni Vidi Vici through The Last Temptation is good art. His character has always been in question, and that's why he was so easy to topple with an immaculate set of music when he went into the beef. The shit he made after beef didn't sustain him, but going into the beef, and because 50 Cent don't have 4-5 good albums, he still has a better catalog than 50 Cent to me. But that type of shit right there is why he lost the beef. Because 50 character immaculate and infallible, and he him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can you give me the headlines again? I got caught up in.
I'm gonna give you all of them except for that nigga, bruh. Dez Bryant slammed for saying Colin Kaepernick's protest didn't have a call to action. Bobby Shmurda and Chief Keef star in campaign for Drake's new OVO NBA collaboration. U.S. college gender gap, women over men, to make that clear, at a much higher percentage, producing dangerous amounts of broke, alone men, professor says.
Let's talk about that. Oh man, Twitter finna be on fire.
Yeah, you know you gonna clip this 113 into the episode, so you know.
Twitter about to be on fire. Oh man, lonely broke bitches.
You forgot dumb, cause these niggas can't get into college.
Right.
These hoes finna shit on these nigga, boy.
They finna
get these nigga to business. We gonna promote them when they're gonna be the first one we advertise.
Boy.
Say the name right before I read this shit, bruh. We gotta get it ready for the advertisement.
Give me some headlines, you dumb broke bitches.
U.S. college gender gap producing dangerous amount of broke and alone men, professor warns. In recent weeks, you may have seen a slew of articles focused. They using language you non-college niggas won't even understand if you read this shit. These motherfuckers is on. Hey, these niggas,
Santa Claus was on, ain't it?
These niggas slew trying to play me, Mo. Hold up, cut. Hey, fact square business. In recent weeks, you may have seen a slew of articles focused on the diminishing amount of men enrolled in college, pushing some experts to warn why this may be a bad sign for the future of American society. In short, as one professor explained, This gap is resulting in a heightened production rate of the most dangerous type of person in the world. In a recent CNN segment highlighted by the National Student, they snuck their name in, fuck them, clearinghouse stats, including the women. I shit on y'all on the intro though, cuz I looked on CNN, I ain't seen none of my friends. Fuck you talking about. Including their women now make up to 60% of college students, and men make up 40%. Scott Galloway, professor of marketing at NYU Stern School of Business, explained why he believes potential uptick in the broken along men represents a problem for everyone. It doesn't catch me by surprise because it's been incremental. The numbers are even worse than indicated because men drop out at a greater rate. So these niggas ain't enrolling and they getting up out of there. Becoming overwhelming. Yeah. I'm trying to skip to something where they say something sexy, man. All right. There's been a huge decline in enrolled students overall, and men make up 71% of the decline that they've seen, which has only been a decline of about 7%. But 71% of that 7% has been men. But there are about, let's say there are 10 million students headed in. If 20% say fuck it, that's 2 million people. And 71% of 2 million would be fucking, yo. So that's 700 at fucking 10,000. Yeah, that'll be 1,420,000 of 2 million are men that said fuck it. And then of the fucking 600,000 that snuck their ass in, only 40% of them are men, and a big ass percentage of them dropping the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? That's wild as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But how you feel about what you heard, man? And the conclusion, as opposed to it just being an article like the other ones that it mentions about the gap, it being one that will lead to broken alone men. How do you feel about that?
It is just that. It's gonna lead to they clown black because this doesn't break up race at all. So we really about to get all these women out here taking care of niggas for real, which is I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm just playing. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, man.
Can I stop you in your tracks?
Funny. It's fucking hilarious.
Can I stop you in your tracks?
Why are you stopping me in my tracks? But I would.
Women not taking care of men. It's a broken alone men. This is Gimme Some Headlines. You got to pay attention to the headline, brother.
That's true. They gonna be by themselves.
I'm gonna let you finish your thing because I got something poignant I want you to speak to. Yeah,
they gonna be incels.
Do your thing.
Man. That's gonna be scary. We might want to move. Because they finna start going like, man, you got dudes who ain't got no money. Because that's one thing, like cats will push up on a girl in a club and say, oh, well, at least I got all this bread I can, throw at you. Here we go. Fuck with a nigga that can buy you a bag, some shoes, put a house over your head, put you in a nice car, do some shit like that for you. If she going to school getting PhDs and doctorates and doing all this shit, getting her own bread, like a lot of times, like what do she need you for? And so if y'all don't know how to talk to women, like they in college, y'all not, which is why I always went to school, because like that's why all the girls were. Like, why would you not want to be in school? Why the hell I'm gonna be at home? Ain't no girls in here.
Yeah.
I'm smelling myself, I'm at the school. But so these niggas gonna be broke and alone. All that's gonna do is just breed incels who blame women for all their problems because they going to school. They trying to be men. Like this about to be bad. So in the fallout is gonna be niggas being even worse than they are now, which is scary. That's scary. Because you got cats who are incels right now, and I don't know how large of a percentage it is, but with the numbers that you just mentioned, it cats dropping out of school, not going, being broke, being lonely, having no drive or no purpose, and then seeing women thrive, they gonna blame women and they gonna punish women for what they blaming them for. And I've stopped smiling because now I realize how fucking serious this problem is. That shit not okay. Like that shit is not okay. Because we talk about this now incessantly, how women are being assaulted at this insane fucking rate, like sex trafficking, regular, everyday. And I'm sorry, I feel like that's insistent. I'm saying regular, everyday assault, like assault, sexual assault, happening at an alarming rate. And now we're moving into an era where dudes become even more barbaric. Like that, not the logical thinkers that men call themselves to be, like not educated and just acting primitive off of impulse. Like that's some scary fucking shit, man. So part of me is saying like, man, I hope this professor wrong, but part of me is like, shit, I don't know. I'd rather prepare for the fucking worst than be caught with my fucking pants down. Because then you're going to have these cats acting out, well, she over here choosing this guy. So like now the guys who are successful, the guys who are educated, who are getting, because they already call them, what do they call them? Oh, it's a 4-letter name. They call them Chads. Guys who like work out and shit. Like why do these women want these Chads? And so like who knows what they're gonna come with? Because these are just cats who don't have a whole lot going for themselves in their mind. Like their hair is in the 6 inches between their ears. So yeah, man, I don't know. This is gonna be a wild ride, man. The wild ride. How this obviously jumped out at you. Did you read the story? Obviously, you probably read the story prior to talking to me about it. How did you feel about this when it jumped into your consciousness?
You know, a big part of my maturation and getting to a place of health mentally has been before I decide to feel about some shit, because the way I've gotten to health from feeling really negative was to figure out, why do I feel like that? I ask myself why before I get to feeling about shit now. So before I even get to feeling, I go, why? So if it make me mad, I know why. And I address it and do something responsible before I do some angry, irrational shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, the response that you had to this, I think, was exactly how a person who paid to promote this story would want you to respond to this story. For these quotes to be coming from someone who benefits from people going to college, I see a clear motivation for him trying to change the overall shift of people not going to college. And if 71% of the people not going to college have penises, to threaten them with being broke and alone as repercussions for not coming and becoming customers, because to a professor, a student is a fucking customer. To threaten them with being broken alone if they don't come shop with you is some real drug dealer shit. I have always called my college degree my receipt. So I am speaking from someone who went to school and got his degree, got his receipt, and have touched M's and been back dead ass broke, and been back straight and been back dead ass broke. So I don't feel a goddamn thing. college or no college. It is literally proof that you have cultivated the ability to deal with bureaucratic fuck shit and get work done. That's what every stage of your receipts are, whether it's high school or college. It's just a different level of ability to deal with that level of information and problem solve it, and that level of bullshit and bureaucracy and dumb shit and freedom that you have been given. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me to look at that shit from a critical standpoint and why was this article written? Why was this article paid for? Why did somebody write it? Why was it promoted? Why would a professor talk about this shit? The next tier of that is, how do you get to the conclusion from a cultural standpoint, this will lead to broke men and this will lead to alone men? My degree is in economics. The economist in me says the new trend is young people not deciding fresh out of high school to sign a contract that puts them in $160,000 worth of debt. It didn't say anything about the increase in entrepreneurship. It didn't say anything about the increase of people taking grant money and using what would be $30,000, $40,000 a year paid to someone else. Imagine if 10 niggas who were going to go to college and go into debt $35,000 to $40,000 a year and then still have to pay room and board and live and get side jobs and shit. Imagine if 10 niggas who trusted each other and had a vision invested their money together every year. And at the end of that 4 years, if shit ain't work out, they just went and got jobs in the field where they had been working for 4 years. Because at the end of college, you don't get none of that fucking money. That shit is gone. So let's say 10 homies is investing $400,000 a year together. At the end of 4 years, they could have fucked off $1.6 million and be in the same fucking position as you graduating from college. And when y'all applied for the same job, they'd have 4 years of experience and get the job over you. So it's a lot of angles that this professor don't look at and don't address when he makes this assertion and this hypothesis. But from a cultural standpoint, the exclusions bother me, but the inclusion is interesting. And I want you to speak to this because we love women and we love to give a voice to their issues. And that's part of why this is chosen and given to you. Because I believe you may choose it and I believe you may have very strong opinions on it. Tell me if you think my hypothesis about his hypothesis is correct. He only gets to this conclusion because women do not date below their education level and their socioeconomic class. Men do it all the fucking time. So women could be as uneducated as they fucking want to, and they still gonna be able to find a mate. But you broke and alone men aren't going to go and get these college educated women. So the gap that is being created, the gender gap, is men of equivalent income and education to deal with. Either or, you have to match one of the two so that they can deal with you on a certain level. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Denzel said it best, and I forget where he got the lesson, but he said, your woman body don't raise your children, her mind do. And if women gonna deal with a nigga who ain't got their education level, they gonna need their pockets to be able to raise their kid. And if they go athletes, if they gonna deal with a nigga who pockets can't do it, at least he gotta have good stock, good genes. He gotta be a specimen and be intelligent and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to bring value. You did. So that's what I think is a part of his conclusion that's valid than a motherfucker. Women ain't dating down like niggas do. What do you think about that aspect of it? Because I feel like the rest of what I said is infallible. Please speak to all of it, but start there because I know you got some shit that's flame on that.
it's pretty. Yeah, women are. We had this discussion in an earlier episode. We had this discussion in the earlier episode, and we talked about how it was a back and forth about how women are goddesses and the dichotomy of what does one do to
What
be
do
what
I
God
do?
is, or is it? I forget the exact argument we had, but
Think out loud. You'll get
the
there.
ladies are, the ladies are the. It was more so like, are men the prize or are women the prize? Like it was along those lines, and so, and thinking about that, and this, I do agree with your hypothesis in the sense of yes, because as somebody who is like recently gone through a part of this journey, like I did start like a company like during the pandemic, and like we did start a company and shit like during the pandemic, and I think about when I was giving my explanation, I was thinking about I externalized it instead of internalizing it. Like, why wouldn't a group of young men, like why wouldn't young men go to college? And I think about it now, it's like, would I make the same decision to go to college?
Just to be clear to the
I
fans,
was 18 years.
I don't necessarily feel this way or that way about it. That's why I told y'all I focused on the whys. My brother did an eloquent job of giving y'all that side of the argument. That's why I didn't speak to any of those and echo it. Because what value would that add? You know what I'm saying? That's why I gave completely congruent or analogous views to give y'all some other aspects of it, because we're trying to have a conversation and we want you guys to join the conversation. Join the community and the conversation at gimmesomequestions@gmail.com and give me some headlines on Patreon. Boy. Thank you, brother, for the interjection.
No doubt. So what you're really looking at is what we talked about a little bit earlier in the show when the two sisters, I was trying to think of their last name, but they are Black stock. They are helping.
Them girls come from good stock. They black stock.
Yeah.
Uchi and Oni.
They are creating an environment to where your health is important. And so you can design the life that you want. You can live a long, healthy, prosperous
Imagine
life.
them trying to find mates.
Healthy.
Who on y'all level, shorty? Nobody.
Who else?
Y'all beautiful. Y'all
made
dope.
that point.
Y'all amazing. I am a fan. I keep rooting y'all on from afar. Ain't nobody bother y'all. They see y'all at brunch. Enjoy y'all meal. Thank you for all your work.
And the thing about them I want to bring up is they are helping you to create an environment, a personal environment, and an internal and external environment to where you can design your life for yourself. And so if I wanted to design my life for myself, how would I go about doing that, knowing what I know in my mid-30s? Like, how would I go about doing that? Would I go back to, if I was able to go back to being 17 again to making decisions?
Oh,
when I go to college?
Hell no.
I don't think I would go to college. And we talk about this, like doing the things that we doing now. We like, man, I would focus because I had jobs
in all seriousness,
$40,000 a year.
Exactly. Beyond that, bruh, I had opportunities where I could make $50,000 a day. And with what my role was, had the worst case scenario happened, my stash would have been good and I'd be home by now. So it's a lot of shit I'd have did differently. Fuck you talking about. Like, nigga, I'd have made so many. Whoa. That's vague enough. I can leave that in the show. But nigga, when I ain't no way in hell I'd have went to college, we'd be filthy fucking. I don't know how we'd have met. The universe would have did it. Period. But nigga, ain't no way. My brother still would have, so we'd have still met if you went. But ain't no way in you'd have dropped out because you'd have met me, and we'd have still been on the same shit. And it, you know the script we working on. It'd have been that.
Yeah.
It'd have been that. It'd have been that, bruh. It'd have been. Oh, we just got this shit. Oh man.
Simply drinking in pocket pills.
I
don't even know what we talking about no more, man. That's a bit. 136 on the dot. Hey, bruh.
Eureka's castle, smoke a magic wand, putting pressure on my liver and both my lungs. Sip a brew, then a few. Sober up, girl, it's time to cruise. If you're in Houston, you got to
That's
ride.
a bit.
You got
Wait.
to ride. I mean, you got to ride.
Hey, y'all, man. We've been dropping Easter eggs all game, man. Me and P had a running bet from the Sunday show meeting. I picked the Eagles to win the NFC East, and they currently atop that bitch, but they currently playing the Cowboys, and they both have the same record. Pete, could you tell the people currently what the score is as the person who chose the Cowboys in this That's a Bet?
The score is currently 27-28 to 7. Cowboys on top. They just returned.
You said that's terrible. The score is Cowboys 27, Eagles 7. Yeah. You said 27-28 at first.
No, I said Cowboys either got 27 or 28. I couldn't see what I knew they had 27 or 28. I
knew that's what you meant. That ain't what I heard. Maybe it was me, but it sounded doo-doo.
Jalen Hurts just threw an interception that was returned for a touchdown by my man. I forget I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but his last name is Diggs. Travion Diggs. Travion Diggs.
I think it's just Trayvon.
Good God. Trayvon Diggs. Okay.
Trayvon and Stephon.
Just murdered the dude.
You know what I'm saying? They brothers. You know, black folk be rhyming they chilling name. Quintavious, Montavious. I mean, we suffer from it.
But yeah.
Stephon, Chefon, Quefon, Teflon, all them boys Diggs. How you feel about their names kind of being onomatopoeias for their life, like niggas who smiths, their ancestors was blacksmiths. Them niggas, they run dig routes and, chop your feet digging out of cuts and shit, like they receivers and cornerbacks and shit. Is that stupid?
Because I'm a hell of a driver.
Is that a dumb name for the onomatopoeia? Oh, roads. That nigga say I'm a hell of a driver. You think you kick my ass on a track, or you just don't evaluate my driving. Do you think you could kick my ass on a track? Let's say that. I ain't gonna ask the other part of it. What? Yeah. On some race shit?
Yeah.
You don't have like a 50-pound weight advantage no more. Like the cars would perform equivalent.
I'd still be lighter in the car, but like
how much? How much you weigh?
160.
God damn, you do have a fuck. You motherfucker. You do got a 50-pound advantage. On 201, but I'm about to put on at least 10.
Yeah, 40, 50 less pounds in the car. Because I realize how different my car drive when it's just me by myself.
We never race in real cars because we try to stay safe. So these is like geeked up go-karts. I'm finna smack this nigga though. We might have to do that, bro.
Yeah.
We might have to do that.
Oh, I was hell out there. In Vegas. Niggas couldn't see me out there.
They got one out there in Vegas?
They got the guys out there.
Ooh. They got them souped up biddies out there in Myrtle Beach, bro. What's up with some golf and some go-karts, nigga? They got some gambling out there? What about that 3G? Yeah. What about that 3G server? They got some golf gambling and motherfucking go-karts. I know they got them geeked up 45-mile-an-hour cars that look like Formula One, bitch.
Like the T-Rex joint? Yeah.
Yeah, it right by the right by the coast and shit. Right, it ain't too far from the golf course I like to go to out there.
Me and Shawty did one of them in Phoenix, boy. She was not with that shit. It's hailing out there, bitch. Nah, she was. We was in the same one. It was a 2-seater. It started hailing out there.
A 2-seater car?
It was a 2-seater, like one of them, like a.
And you was driving? Could y'all both control it?
She we stopped at a point and then switched places, and like she was driving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like man, I am scared right now.
Yo, Chronicles of Shawty driving be killing me, bro. Tell the Kansas story.
Oh man, we was out there, bitch. So me and my dog was getting ready. Well, we was on the way to Wyoming. So I drove from Atlanta to Wyoming. Me and my lady made it a road trip. We stopped at like 4 or 5 cities on the way. We stopped in Kansas City was the first stop. The next stop was St. Louis was the first stop. St. Louis was the first stop. Kansas City was the second stop. Laramie, Wyoming was the third stop. And Aspen was the 4th stop. And then we drove back to I dropped her off in Denver. She flew home, picked up my dog, and then me and my dog went back to Wyoming. But that ride from Kansas fucking City to Laramie, Wyoming was absolute hell because the entirety of that fucking day, once you got out of fucking Missouri, out of Missouri and then Kansas City, once you got up out of that shit, is Kansas. All of that shit is Kansas. Like it is Kansas City, Missouri. Well, it's Kansas City and Missouri. It's Missouri, ain't it? I don't even know where the fuck Kansas City is. It's not in Kansas. Yeah, it's in Missouri. Correct. Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri. Once you get out of fucking Missouri, like Kansas City and all that shit right on top of each other. Once you get up out of that bitch, it is Kansas. Kansas is middle fucking America. And it is a big ass part of America. Man, and so it's just flat ass. I don't even want to disrespect Kansas.
Is Kansas the capital of Missouri? Because Topeka the capital of Kansas.
Topeka is the capital of Kansas. I think St. Louis is not the capital of Missouri. I don't think Kansas City is the capital.
Lincoln, Nebraska. Missouri. Lincoln, Nebraska. Topeka. I think that shit might be. Let's ask that bitch Siri on live community. Jalen Hurts is currently facing a 3rd and 8 with 9:48 left in the quarter. You could do commentary if it's not a live show because it don't drop till Wednesday, even though they Monday Night Football. Can't say what the league it is though. But that boy, Jalen Hurts, he just out here living. And whatever he do for a living, he down by 20 points.
I need Jalen Hurts and whatever the fucking running back name is. I don't even know his name. I needed them niggas to score 10 points.
Hey, whatever the fuck, win me a game. I got money on you, bitch. This nigga stupid. Niggas to score
10 points together.
That's it?
They are. I need them to score 10 points together to win, bro.
That's a damn shame.
Right now, Jalen Hurts is going backwards. He got 2 picks.
You gonna make me forget what I'm asking that bitch Siri, cuz.
The capital of
Hey Kansas. Siri, where the capital of Missouri is? Did she answer out loud?
She don't know either.
She keep a secret.
She didn't say shit.
Could you repeat that for me?
Jefferson City is the capital of Missouri.
I'd have never guessed that.
Jefferson City? Sheesh. Yeah, I would have known. You could have gave me 300 guesses. I didn't know there was a Jefferson City.
It don't answer in the first paragraph why it's named Jefferson, so I'm not reading no more of the article. Yeah, they got me. They tricked me.
Oh, this is Missouri. Missouri.
I don't think I'm winning this one.
Jefferson City.
They blitzing that nigga ass.
Yeah, they is. It is not.
Oh, he called that. Boy. He called that.
Yeah, that was nice.
Did I play him? That's the rookie, ain't it?
Nah, that's not him.
Devontae?
It's a different cat. That's not Devontae.
Run.
It's a different cat.
Get out of there, boy. If he'd have ran a step closer, he'd have got 2 more yards.
Eagles on the Cowboys 48 and driving. Jalen is out of the pocket, heading towards the first down mark.
Yeah, ain't in right time when this segment started. When we started watching the game live, I said, fuck that shit. Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. We got at least another 5 minutes, but that's on you. Yeah,
man. What happened out there was my lady was in Kansas. This is big and flat.
I'm on his ass, y'all. We finna make this thing 14-27. Oh yeah, you finally got to the punchline. I feel like your girl came home to tell you a story about her day. Let me tell you about what happened with this bitch Brenda at work today, right? So, okay. So me and Cheryl standing in the kitchen. I thought this was about Brenda. Look, I'm trying to set it up for you. This what I've been waiting for, and I fucked it up as soon as you went to do it, man. I'm mad as fuck. I feel like you just threw it off the backboard and did like this. And when LeBron went to do this, I went up to go pee because I couldn't hold it no more. Oh, and you turn around. Damn. Now you gotta go pee. You missed the replay too, you feel me?
Yeah, man. And these damn, so he's out there driving in Kansas, man. It's big, flat. All you can see is the sky. As far as you can see, all you can see is the sky, the road in front of you. Shawty said, I want to drive. I want to help you out with this drive. So I was like, all right, that's fine. She was behind the wheel for 15 minutes in Kansas. Had an anxiety attack. We had to pull over. And I had right behind. I had, you know how in Harlem Nights, they was like, I had fixed my mouth with some orange juice and some hash, and you ain't got nothing but this swallow in here. Rye had fixed my mouth up for a good ass nap. I did this shit right here, bro. I got over there like, we good. and I just hear panic, just sheer panic next to me. I'm like, man, what the fuck going on? I can't do this. I feel so small out here. I was like, oh man.
In defense of Carmen, the reason why that's the case and why the panic attack can intensify in the span of 15 minutes like that is because on a geometrical level, if you blew a pancake up to the size of Kansas is flatter than a pancake is. So if you drive for 15 miles, you are further and further into a plane of field of view where you can see until you can't see anymore. There is no hill to break up your ability to see. So you see exactly how far you can see, and you know exactly how far you can't see. You see the world refreshing itself like the computer isn't animating the shit fast enough. You have not experienced life like that, let alone at 80 miles an hour. In her defense. This nigga built different, but I'm a motherfucking savage. And we gonna get y'all that footy of me smacking this nigga on the joint. But when he told me the story about, like, that's one of the first stories he told me, sitting on a mountain in Wyoming, on Colorado legal bud, like high as a motherfucking kite. Like, and when I say that was one of the funniest stories I had ever heard in my fucking life, cause the amount of weed I was on, bro. I had drink a Coca-Cola that had 40 milligrams and ate 10 milligram gummies because I forgot to read the back of that bitch, and I thought it was I thought each one was 1 milligram and the bottle made up 10 milligrams because they were so delicious. I was like, oh, people gonna smack these. There's no way these strong. Man, shit. Like, dead ass, like, for the first week, I ain't even touched no flour because of how much edibles and accoutrement and shit I had found. I was walking in that bitch like it was the grocery store. I was like, oh, they made this with weed in it? I need some of this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they got eye drops with weed in it. My eyes do be dry. So I could get high, have bloodshot red eyes, and then, like, when waking up with a hangover, to have the dog that bit me, get my shit litty. And the lady standing behind the counter was like, are you already high? And I was like, bitch, yeah. But bro, that was a great story, bro. Like, it was 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all ain't. They didn't stop selling weed when you cultivated yours, shorty. Yes, they stopped selling weed. Yes, it's 3 other dispensaries on the way to you. I just Googled dispensaries, man. Y'all prices is the best. Yeah, I bought something at the first one, just not all of what I had planned. Now let me get one of them Coca-Colas. Let me get some of them gummies. Nigga, what's the best non-flower weed you've consumed?
I ate some pecan praline.
What the hell is that? Is that a cookie?
You don't know what praline is?
No.
Oh man, praline.
Is that a Houston thing? What's praline? Where it making it go?
Oh, it's a country thing, man. Like praline it's butter, sugar.
Oh shit.
It's legit, like, it's baked butter and sugar and pecans.
And butter, sugar, and pecans.
Butter,
and
sugar,
it was
sugar,
pecans, it was
like
cannabis infused. Who made that shit?
Yeah, the butter had. I had it in. It was a country ass state. Hold on. I think it's Texas. It was Texas. Shawty I met one of the shawties I previously dated out here and made that shit. That shit was fire.
Yeah, my nigga tell you the details matter. He said, I'm going to get that pluperfect. Perfect. I'm going to make sure the timing on this sentence is correct. Yeah, that bitch out fucking. What? Who? Here you talking about, nigga, I only subscribe, bro. I dare you fuck that up. I cut you. But that nigga Jesse Jackson say about the boy OBs, he said, oh, baby, want to cut that nuts off. Bruh, I know they're random. Bruh, give these people an update on the game so I can comment on Jesse Jackson and this nut cutting statement. This is the type of conversation nigga be having when they watching the football game, y'all. We've been watching that Cowboy-Eagles game the whole time. Get on the update, cuz.
No, you got the Cowboys driving. They are now inside the Eagles' territory on the Eagles 41. Eagles just scored a touchdown. Jalen Hurts to Zach Ertz. Hurts to Ertz. But Dak just stepped up in the pocket on the play action pass and found C.D. Lamb coming across the middle. I lied like a motherfucker. They are on the 43. I thought it was the 41. So I was 2 yards off.
They in their territory like a motherfucker. That update was 5 foot. Don't take none of that back, bro. I'm with that update, cuz. To give y'all some of the they know they slow. To give y'all some of the stats from the game so far. The boy Jalen Hurts, going into 5 minutes left in the third quarter, currently has 201 yards. He's 12 of 21 with 1 touchdown and 2 INTs. Oh, he has 8 rushes for 31 yards, 3.9 average. And them Tallahassee Cowboys, that boy Dak Prescott got 163 in the tugger. Ezekiel Elliott got 13 for 75, 2 touchdowns. And I told y'all last, his per carry has not went down. His carries per game went down. And statistically, throughout his career, rushes 10 through 20 have always been better than 1 through 10. They need to stop giving him 14 fucking carries. Zeke that nigga, man. And I still chose the Eagles because I didn't expect them to get a Zeke none of the rock this year after paying Dak 75 so that it could get back to a reasonable cap number after eating, not paying them early. But yeah. Now that we updated you on the game, do your thing.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get back to what we was talking about. I forgot what we was talking about. What the hell was we talking about?
I'm going to let it sit for a second. Just watch the game and think about stuff and talk about it. See if it come back. And if it don't, I'll tell you. The nigga said hurts the Ertz.
Oh,
he enjoyed that shit so much.
Yeah.
It cleared him motherfucking RAM. That nigga whole CPU said, I don't need no more of this shit. I hit him with that hurts the Ertz. They gonna be feeling that shit. I'm gonna need to clip that 8-day, write that time signature down. He sent me that shit with Bluetooth in his eyeball. Hey, you talking about?
Man, yeah, Dallas, they just punted back into Philly territory. They stalled, the drive stalled out.
You remember what you was talking about?
Cut the ball.
It wasn't the game.
It wasn't the game. We were talking.
You said,
about Kansas.
Oh,
we were talking about Kansas. We were talking about. Was we talking about that guy? Oh, we were talking about Praline. What was the best? It was that Praline.
That's what I was finna start doing if you couldn't remember.
Yeah, man. Praline.
We was talking about edibles. I was like, how he forgetting shit? How good is that liquor that Jeremy got him on over there? But that nigga forgetting like he the one smoking. Why my memory going hard? My short term supposed to be fucked up.
Man,
talking about the best edibles you ever had. And I still ain't quite sure what the fuck a praline. Is it a sugar cookie? It just goop? It's like a thingy. Cookie, man. It ain't a substance, is it? It's not a solid.
It's a solid. It's a solid.
What you put it on? Is it like praline, is it like what's that thing that be in a ramekin that you cook with a torch? You sprinkle sugar on that bitch after it come. The little fucking bitch, you worked in the kitchen with me, cuz.
A ramekin.
It's the little circle shit.
A ramekin.
Google that shit. On God, I bet you use them bitches more than me.
We ain't cooking at breakfast. I guarantee you.
Yeah, you remember I had a meeting with, I was like, you be talking all that shit about wanting me to do more. I said, you want me to do more prep so y'all job easier. You don't want me to learn how to cook more shit. The fuck we doing here?
They had my
y'all bitches want to take breaks.
They had my little what's the little shit where they
Google ramekin so you know what the fuck I'm talking about, bruh. It's not a quiche.
Nigga, I don't know how to spell that shit. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I know exactly.
You motherfucker.
It's like a little bowl. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Cream fraiche.
You don't make
that ain't a cream fraiche. It is a cream fraiche.
Cream fraiche. I know what you're talking about. Maybe.
No, your thing not a cream fraiche, but what was you making? I don't know. It was some desserty shit. Is it something like the consistency of that? What the fuck is this shit? But it had
praline is
I could just spell that shit. You talking about shit, can't spell ramekin.
Praline. Praline.
Well, I damn sure spelled that bitch like predator and prey.
While my dog looking for that, man, we got Philly 3rd and 11 on their own. It look like they on their own fucking like.
Bro, why you say Valentine's Day, you motherfucker? Chocolate.
They make them on Valentine's. I didn't know they made them on Valentine's Day. Are they on their own 10?
Nah, the reason I said because it looked like something that be in them little hearts you buy. This what popped up for me. Don't they look like some shit that be in them little boxes?
Version.
Oh,
yeah, that's the white folks version.
What's the remix? What I just typed in praline. What did you say? Because you said something that was crazy long. Pecan
praline.
Yeah, I know there's some nigga shit. Because the thing that popped up said pecan praline ice cream. These is cookies. Oh no, they not. It's like bark almost. He said that's the white version. That nigga wild. I find a version that looked like the black version, almost like brickle-brack or peanut brittle.
Yeah, that's it right there.
But
peanut brittle. It's like peanut brittle, but it's praline.
He said, "Yeah, I don't know about that brickle-brack shit, but peanut brittle, that's black enough." You a judgmental dick. The picture I showed you was of keto pecan pralines, just so it's still white, just so I could kick you in the nuts on that.
But that shit with some pistachio ice cream. I got to get me some infused.
Burnt my fingers. I'm over here.
Pistachio ice cream.
Why the like about
hard right there, bro? That's gonna be very hard right there. Once I get.
Did you say lean with the praline ice cream?
No, pistachio ice cream with the praline, with the weed infused pralines. I don't even do that lean shit. I like my digestive system.
That's a bit. It don't look like I'm gonna win this bet, but I get over that. We didn't quite choose terms, and we were supposed to figure them out before we actually checked the score. But he checked the score very early on in the episode. One thing that was always a fair bet was push-up spreads. We play FIFA, basketball. Like if it was FIFA, it'd be 10 points for every point because it's less points in a soccer game. Basketball, it'll be 1-1. You get smacked by 21. I need 21 push-ups. You cool with a push-up bet on this?
Yeah, that'll fly.
All right, and I pay it off if I lose, and you pay it off if you lose, and it'll just be over the episode while we talking about it. Okay. Yeah, say film it with your telly, and I'll put that bitch in the clip.
We doing the difference of the deficit as the number of push-ups you have to do.
Let's find another way to gamble to see whether or not it's a 1-to-2 ratio. Fair enough.
Okay.
A lot of special occasions, or just because, man, dog.
You're in love with somebody.
Could you please do me and the audience a blessing of telling me something good?
Today I'll do a couple good
deeds. Man. I had a story that I wanted to get into, but I'll get into that one another week because I set up that book right there. George Washington Carver was going to incorporate with the story that I told, but something else came to my consciousness today. Speaking of that good, the good plant that we were given to elevate ourselves and take ourselves a little bit higher. And speaking of footy ball at the professional level in that league, somebody who the league has made notorious and made the poster child for smoking marijuana was reinstated today. Welcome back to professional football, Josh Gordon. My dog, it's good to see you back, man. Happy that you're here. I'm just happy, man. Everybody still live in that 2014 when you just did unthinkable things to the fucking league, man. But welcome back, Josh Gordon, man. And you would not guess the team that got to scoop up Josh Gordon.
Tampa Bay?
Nope.
Who is it?
They played him in the Super Bowl.
Get the fuck out of here.
The Kansas City Chiefs have signed Josh Gordon.
Andy Reid don't give a fuck, boy. He got Vic smack off of the dog fight. He don't give a fuck, boy.
He care about
Andy
how you are
Reid.
to the team and can you play football.
My dog Andy Reid is signed Josh Gordon, so I know it's finna be
As a Sammy
so
Watkins
hopefully
replacement, oh my God. If he don't do nothing but be ready for the playoffs, he'll be perfect.
Yeah.
If they think they have answers for what they have been doing all year long, for him to be a curveball for the playoffs, dog.
Yeah, so I'm in 3 leagues. He was scooped up in 2 of them shits.
Oh shit!
Yahoo.
Good job.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. God dang! Tell me something great. Damn! Let me go try to get him on the speech writers. Fuck, where am I in the waiver order?
Oh, those ESPN and Yahoo leagues you in.
What?
What's the platform? ESPN and Yahoo.
Fuck. He ain't even a free agent. It say trade. He already on the roster. Cause.
Yeah.
This league got so many teams. I'm going to see. This nigga might have been drafted. It don't say what team he on. He might be free in a different league. That's something great though, bro. I appreciate that news. I thought you was going somewhere else when you started that. One tell me something good that I've been hoping for is I don't tell people stuff that's good. You tell me something. Can I tell you something good for a change?
Yeah, go ahead.
Another person that the league tried to tarnish the reputation of in connection with marijuana has built an amazing business around cannabis. Ricky Williams and Heisman Inc. I am a fan of it, man. And he recently had something where he talked about what Heisman means, like what it means to him. And I'm gonna get that exact quotable for you. But P seemed like he on point for it. So talk about it for a second, man. Were you already aware of this?
I was not, but I'm a huge Ricky Williams fan. He was a Saint when he first came into the league, so obviously I was a huge fan. And then he went down to my cousin's favorite team, the Dolphins, following that. But that's dope, man. Like Ricky is. I've heard a lot of random. You hear a lot of random like DMX stories. I also hear a lot of random Ricky Williams stories. Like somebody told a random story about how they're a journalist and they like went on like this, like nobody knew where Ricky was, and like they went. And dude told his like boss, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go find Ricky Williams and write about him." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm gonna go find Ricky Williams and write about him." And he's like, "Do you know what Ricky Williams is?" He's like, "Yeah." He lied. He just serendipitously found Ricky Williams like out in the woods in like some remote ass place, and yeah, like kicked it with him and got the interview and shit. And I got to find that story. That show, it was just that shit was very great. But that's a great story, man. Which is why like that's why our music story gonna be so great. Like nigga, we've been working at this shit for over 15 years at this point. And so,
hold up real quick. I found that quote for you. Like the Heisman, like you said, man, sports are about the stories. And for Ricky Williams' story to have that cannabis hiatus and a lot of different things that were the repercussions of it, and having to go to the Dolphins and rebuild what is definitely a respected career and ability because of what he did on the Dolphins. Heisman. HIGHSMAN. Noun, the higher mind. 2, someone who accesses an elevated state often. 3, one who defines greatness as an internal state. Sentence usage. Advocate the Heisman in you. 2. It is the Heisman who truly is happy. 3. Are you a Heisman? My dog building the whole culture around this shit, man.
That's fire. That is fire.
Almost on a Shakespearean turn for the third act of his play to be family man, to be at peace as what felt like a tortured soul, to be building with something they tried to break him down with. I take what I knew of Ricky Williams and I extend the love I have for Ricky Williams to Josh Gordon. And I don't necessarily need cannabis to be a part of what makes his rise dope. But I am rooting for that brother because I talk about this a lot when we talking. And I appreciate you for telling me something good. And I told you, I'm always tell you something hood. In America, the land of second chances, very often, I have noticed as a Black man, they are very fond of making our lives about our greatest mistake. In the land of second chances, they like to make our lives about our greatest mistake. Until he passed, even in his passing, I saw a lot of people comment stuff about Colorado in Kobe Bean's passing, bruh. They never let that shit go. It was what he was about. Nothing else mattered to them. It's people who to this day, whenever Mike Vick does anything, they talk about the dogfighting charges. You understand what I'm saying? They talk about Michael Jordan. They mention the gambling and the potentially forced retirement that had smoke and mirrors. Like, it's a lot of different people. They try to make that. They talk about LeBron. They always talk about the 2011 finals. Even within just talking about basketball, your failure is what the big deal is. You got the 8 out of 10 finals. You 4-6 in the finals. Oh, so had I lost earlier in the playoffs, I'd be a better basketball player. My playoff record, immaculate. My win percentage in the playoff, immaculate. But because I lost in the finals, Highlander shit. Either I'm that nigga or you got to beat me to be that nigga. I'm not that nigga somehow. But to bring that shit full circle, I really lost my train of thought. What the fuck I was talking about?
You was talking about in the land of second chances. They all
man. Speaking on LeBron, man, I got to focus in on that greatness. I couldn't find the hater shit, the 2011 finals. To make that make sense, bruh. Ben Roethlisberger had multiple incidents involving human beings and is out there playing terrible and won't nobody even call him a slow quarterback who need to retire. You feel what I'm saying? But as a Black man, they make your life about your greatest mistake. And this is Ben Roethlisberger fresh off of crashing his motorcycle after making it to 2 Super Bowls and winning one. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he really fucked off what could have been an amazing career and still was an amazing career. You feel what I'm saying? And they just let it slide and never talk about it. And they made Antonio Brown arguing with his paramour and Le'Veon Bell wanting to be paid properly what was wrong in Pittsburgh. And their running game has not been the same since Le'Veon left. And Big Ben has not been the same since AB left. AB looked like the same football player. Le'Veon hasn't had the same O-line since he left. Call it what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody's giving.
You feel what I'm saying?
Not to step into a one role.
Exactly, bro. They really try to make your life about your greatest mistake, bro. They don't let you get no second chances.
I recently saw that Naomi Osaka, for wanting to talk to the media on her own terms, has caught all of this backlash. And recently, she was seen at the Met Gala and her outfit honored her Haitian and her Asian background. And I saw somebody post a picture said the woman who wouldn't talk to the media at the U.S. Open or wherever the hell tournament it was is in public dressed like this. And I was like, you just really don't like her. What does her outfit have? Like, her outfit doesn't have a microphone on it, or it's shoving. Her outfit isn't shoving a microphone in her face and asking her.
It's the why, bro. You remember when I told you, whenever before I feel, I get to the why. You know why that made them angry? How dare you see this thing I want you to do as something outside of what you're capable of? But this thing right here that I see as too much, too far, outgoing, something that I would feel shrinking in. How dare you go do that with pride? How dare you go represent your two countries and feel comfortable doing that, but not be willing to go do this thing that I want you to do? Anything a person says more about them than the person they're speaking about, because it's a reflection on what they have consumed. They don't know the motherfucker they speaking about, myself included. But that's why they mad, because they were unable to force her to do some shit she didn't want to do. You want to go to the Met Gala? That sounds like a dumbass statement, right? Of course she do. Shut your dumb ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You don't want to answer the questions of reporters, the people you don't respect. Terrible fucking questions that they ask.
Straight up, yeah.
After you just been outside running around for fucking 2 hours, exhausted, and just want to get to your damn bed. Like, you don't want to do that. That's your obligation. You owe us.
Best comment I seen, bro. It was on that picture of the boy ASAP. Hey, yeah, long live. Fuck you talking about standing next to Riri. And some nigga, the actual picture caption said some shit like, man, this nigga look like he wrapped in crunch berries, man. What the fuck he on? Blah, blah, blah. Shit like that. And the comment was like, a man who is confident, doesn't take himself too seriously, and worships you, blah, 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 blah. Sound like a win to me. Look at her face. It don't matter what the fuck you think. I was like, write most stuff at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that nigga was like, I want to delete that whole post, but I'm going viral. At that nigga. At that dead nigga. Put some flame emojis on him, girl. You know what I'm saying? But hell yeah, man. Shouts out to that shit, man. But to put a bow on that shit, man, and keep it good, man. Shouts out to Ricky Williams. Shouts out to motherfucking Josh Gordon, man. This is Gimme Some Headlines, Season 1, Episode 25. And this has been a C.O.D. operation.
Ooh, came up with
we
that.
ain't Gimme Some Headlines. Believe that when you doing your team, that it is always better to give than it is to receive. My nigga P. Hey, I came up with that shit as I said it, bro. I was like, he gonna fuck with this shit. He said, oh, hey.
What's up? What's up, girl? What's up?
Oh, man.
That's good shit. That's good shit, though.
What's up? What's up?
Nah, real talk though. You see what that shit mean, dog?
We gonna be right here. Yeah, we gonna be right here, and the logo gonna be over there. Yeah, man, this nigga C.O.D. the Cater Boy Music, man, and this is R4S, man, and we dealing with a motherfucking C.O.D. smash mouth burger, man, and this a burger that was literally came up with the day when I thought to myself, what do I enjoy from different burgers I've had and different little shit that were different. So the different ingredients to this burger start off with the thing that took the longest to prep because it's cooked at a very low heat in some extra virgin olive oil. And if you look, you can see a little bit of decoration. For the white people, that decoration is what we black folk like to call seasoning. And it's just a little bit of salt. That's all you need to caramelize onions. The rest of what you see get sexy will be what applying heat do to shit. You know what I'm saying? So understand that if you're ever dealing with a man or a woman who tell you they can't cook, what they telling you is they can't follow instructions. Don't argue with them. Don't feel no kind of way about them. But just understand if they tell you they can't cook, they telling you they can't follow instructions. That's all a recipe is. A list of instructions. The ingredients in this thing, he saw. Oh man, I got on another one. This the R for S, man. So we gonna give y'all a little bit of game as we give y'all a little bit of that food coverage. You feel what I'm saying? And this is a time lapse. We sped up this the sauteing of these onions at a 4 times rate, so it took about an hour to caramelize them. So you're gonna see it at about a 15-minute clip. And then the next ingredients obviously will be a beef patty. Right now you're seeing about midway through the stage, but this time lapse is gonna be super sexy for y'all. And you got the beef patty, Jack Daniel's caramelized onions. And then we're going to have a fried egg on that thing. One of them, I'm going to do that thing over easy. And then I'm going to do one over medium. And I'm going to show y'all the interior of both of the burgers. But now that I've described my burger, and I ate this motherfucker with no ketchup, no barbecue sauce, no nothing like that. Because when they eat onions, when you see the final stage and they get sexy, you're going to understand why I ain't need no. And then the eggs, of course. But P, now that you done heard what's in the burger, as you see it coming together, what you think, man? What you think? You'd ate with your boy if you was over here, man, and on that Heisman, if you was on that old back in the day as a youth, now he on a different tilt, you know what I'm saying? If you was on that Josh Gordon or that Ricky Williams, man, would you have ate with your dog?
Oh yeah, I definitely would. This is still a part of like, no matter how much my palate expand, I still eat shit that I ate way back when. Yeah, this is one of them meals that, but even though like you can tell like it's a new skill that you've added in recent years, because I mean you definitely made toast before, you definitely made an egg before, you definitely made a burger and shit before, but like for you to add the caramelized onions low and slow, and you said you put did you mention what you put in the onions, the liquid that you put in the onions?
Oh yeah. Once you get them to where they're browning and they're starting to caramelize, because they're starting to release the sugars, they'll interact really well with the fermented alcohol as well as the syrup that creates the taste of the Jack Daniels. You feel what I'm saying? Sauce it up.
Yeah, man. So, you know,
shouts out to Uzi. They ain't never felt them favorites.
Yeah, it's a $12 sandwich right here. If you go, you go out somewhere. So I definitely would.
That was up.
That's how I had dollar amounts to food now. Yeah, nigga. Oh man.
I love that. I'm finna do that shit, bruh. Cause you taught me how to make $10 grits, bruh.
Square business.
Can I tell you something I just started doing, bro? I be remixing them. Now I order different grits for myself. I told you, I started this shit, but I'm finna make the trend, bro. No, not the trend. I have started this trend for myself of going to restaurants and writing down shit that I order off of their menu, and then making it for myself at home if I like it, and then adding it to my personal menu of shit I make. So I got wraps and stuff that's on my C.O.D, the Cater Boy Music kitchen menu, and then so I know what groceries I need, and then I'm like, all right, this is the menu of stuff I could eat this week with what I went and got on Sunday. Is that insanity?
You fuck up that burger you were telling me about. Nah, I watched you.
Hey, fuck you, dog. I'm like, this shit ain't funny, bro. I feel like this shit cool. Fuck this nigga, dog. And I ain't even watching the rest, the R for S. I'm tripping. He said, "No, I want you fuck up that burger."
The R for it. And he told me earlier, man. He's like, yeah, I fucked up one of the burgers, and now we watching it happen in real time.
You a dick.
And he trying hard to get that bitch back together to mash back together. That nigga really wanted 2 sandwiches. And that shit is not
shit.
It ain't going, glad. It ain't going, glad. Oh man, that's good stuff though. But yeah, I think that's definitely a good idea, man. That's definitely a good idea. What I did when we
should
came
do that for GSH. Everything we do all for S, we put it into the cookbook.
Yeah,
you with
That's
it?
what I did with all the meals that we had, like all those menus.
And still ain't sent me one, bro. Fuck you. You got a menu?
Yeah, I got a whole menu.
Bruh, please get me a scanned copy of that. Just use the photo scanner app, bruh, and bless me.
Yeah.
I'm mad as shit. This nigga done had a menu for
Yeah.
off ass, man. You see them caramelized onions? Now, if you notice, they just sectioned the onions. I took that bitch, went fop, hit it with a chop, script that bit down, and then I took that bitch and I cut it into thirds horizontally like I was making onion rings.
Got the microphone. Hey, I'm sorry. When you explain this shit, there's some funny shit happening.
You ain't shit.
That nigga listening to the onions. Bro, that microphone, that's not some shit you see every day, G. A nigga cooking and the microphone just lower out of the corner. Like, if you were shooting a movie, that's the boom mic guy would have been fired as fuck.
Man, fuck you now. I swear.
Get the microphone off of Scarlett Johansson's head, Tom. That was good stuff. That's great content. It's a great conversation, and I'm glad we're having it. Oh man. Dallas on these boys' ass, by the way.
Hey, what team is you on, bruh? Fuck you, dog. When the reason I left them as thirds is so they would be firm and be a good size, so that when they softened up, like you see them laying down like that, they wouldn't start to scorch. Cause onions shrink, and when you dice them too short, they don't work for long cooking, even if you cooking on a long temperature. So if you want to caramelize, use some onions, cause you making you a Philly or some shit like that. I go by feel because I'm black. I be throwing pinches and shit. I be putting dollops and shit. So I did 2 onions, so I got 2 squirts of oil. Google how much oil to use, because I had to cook for hundreds of motherfuckers, so I just had to get the way I could feel that shit. I couldn't have been measuring. I dead ass bake by weighing my motherfucking flour, weighing my ingredients, because when you cooking a lot, packing a cup, if you shaking and you tapping and you shaking and you tapping, you could pack a cup tight as fuck and it have more than a normal amount of just putting a scoop of flour in that bitch. When you weigh your flour out and you know your recipes by weight, when you weigh your sugar and you know how much a cup of sugar weigh, you can't fuck up a recipe, because it don't matter what you put in it. You drop that bitch on the clock, you tear that bitch, and then you weigh out your product. You feel what I'm saying? And then you motherfucking cooking. So I be doing weights and shit in the kitchen. Nigga be like, damn, boy, you got the clock, Jay. You got the triple beam, Jay, in the kitchen. I said, bro, that's for cooking. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And I'm like, real cooking. You know, stop being a nigga, bro. Like, this ain't the 80s, bro. It's 2021, nigga. You see the house don't even smell funny. Don't be that guy. Yeah, I mean, you see, P done derailed the nigga. My mind all over the place. But look at them onions. They looking sexy. Now that they are no longer firm, I'm able to press them with that spatula. And a little pro tip for anybody out there. Man, spend $3 on a goddamn silicone spat. You are not supposed to use metal on non-stick products. If you want to never have to buy another set of non-stick stuff, stop using metal on your non-stick shit. But now that they are not firm, I'm able to press them down and get some contact cooking and start to get them brown. And I like to burn mine a little bit because the caramel and the sugar release good. And then I get to flipping them shits. And I get that contact cooking so it cook a little bit faster. But I let that heat and the actual bubbling. Look at that oil. When y'all hear this sound, but the ASMR of this shit.
Y'all go ahead.
Hey, fuck you, dog. Hey, fuck you, dog. I'll let you talk about the dog. Look how now. See, I fucked that first egg up too, and I talked through it. That mic distracted him from me fucking the first egg up like I fucked that burger up. Look at how I dropped that second egg on y'all lad. Boy, hey, you talking about? I'm dead.
Oh, you brought the other,
man. Hey, yeah, I'm a real nigga though. This 1201, I come back to it.
Cause I thought through that shit. You got the Evo in that guy though. Oh, that's good stuff.
Peep it out, dog. For the fuck it up in 3, 2.
Oh yeah. Them shits look good though. The onions look fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
When you want to do some out damn stuff, for real, for real.
I ain't even gonna cap, but I put too much on them burgers and had to take some out of the whole.
Yeah,
I forgot I wouldn't eat a whole onion on one burger. I should have half that bitch.
You had to. You had to.
They look too good, bro. I was like, bro, I want all this shit. I ain't want all that shit though. I just want some of that
just
shit.
do it like we did on the just do like we did on the ranch. Just put the motherfuckers in the bowl. Cause like the longer they sit up in them sugars and shit, like the better they get. They gonna be just as good.
The sweeter, yeah. They lose more savor and get more sweeter. The caramel, yeah, you right. Yeah. And you heat them up in a pan. You don't like microwave them or fucking. Bro, can I tell you, nigga, I heated up some rice in this motherfucking air fryer the other day, nigga. I be using the air fryer like that bitch a Swiss Army knife, nigga. I made a nice little pocket for that shit. Bro, I made a pocket for that shit with some aluminum foil. Put 2 tablespoons of water in the bottom of the aluminum foil before I drop the water in it. Before I drop the rice in it. Put a butter in that shit, bro. That shit was over with. Fuck you talking about. Real life. And once it got hot, I made some what do you call that shit? It was chicken fried rice. Cause you use day old rice to make you supposed to. I learned that watching that dude on TikTok actually. You supposed to use day old rice when making shrimp fried rice or any kind of fried rice, and that's part of what make it good and crispy.
I didn't know that.
Cause the water, if you use brand new rice, the water still is absorbed into the grain at a point that makes it hard to fry it because oil and water don't mix. That's how he explained it. And I was like, that shit made too much sense for it to not be the way I now do it. And then I started doing that shit and doing the technique. I was like, oh, taught a nigga to fish. That's in my bag now. You feel me? And I like cheese on my burger. So I just dropped that bitch on my fried egg after I flipped that motherfucker. And that's the cheese on my burger, the cheese from the fried egg. You feel me? Right now we in the cutting process. headed to the plating process because you got to make your shit look sexy so that you hungry again after spending all that time cooking. Cause you fucking around spending all that time cooking, not want to eat. Did the burger I had fucked up right here, and I put the good fried egg on the burger I fucked up, so it was a win and a loss. And then I put the egg I fucked up on the burger that was good.
We call this burger a tie.
Pringles, baby, you already know once you pop, you just can't stop. This nigga a dick. I guess once he start kicking the nigga in the shit, he had to light me up, bro. This has been Arthur S. Smash Mouth Burger by C.O.D. the Cater Boy Music, aka C.O.D. MD, man. Next week, my dog P gonna be blessing y'all, man. Talk to the people with your old dog, man.
Nah, my nigga did his thing, dog. Like you gotta talk that shit. Them caramelized onions. I wish I wish I had some right now. But it looked great. Like it looked really, really good, man. It's I'm a big fan of sandwiches, and so to have beef, egg, cheese, and then to top that thing off with caramelized onions, man, that's next level shit. It seems so simple, but all those things they just go together. Like they just go together, man. So putting it's like it's an entire meal in your hand.
Straight up, bro.
Like that shit legit breakfast. It's a brunch. Like it's a legit brunch sandwich. So that shit is brunch.
That's around the time I made it too, bro. I love all of the review, bro. I love all of the review.
Yeah. So much, man. I saw the text and shouted, man. It's like, hey, can we go to Popeyes? I'm hungry now. I'm sitting down for 15 minutes watching this shit. I'm fucking hungry. And I didn't see just 2 restaurants and both them shits closed.
Oh,
I got one with me. Hold up, I know they open. I spelled that shit all wrong. I tried to say Whataburger. I said what burged.
Bro, I swear to God, I saw the symbol and was trying to guess the name. I said Houston's 3 times. I said that is not the name of that motherfucker. I said this gonna be a good ad commercial for blank. I said it's not Houston's. It's the one that's in Houston. And you said if I could think of that bitch, I was like, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, that's some Houston shit. It ain't got shit to do with burgers. My mind just would not get there, bro. Houston. Megan Thee Stallion. Ain't this a bitch? I'm trying to think of burgers. She do got the Arby's. We have the meats. I was about to say Shawty got the meats. That don't sound like a compliment, but it is.
Our boy running for his fucking life tonight, bro. Oh, he just tossed one of them guys, though.
Jalen, everything hurts. I got buyer's remorse on Devontae Smith. Because I keep starting him because I don't want to sit him the week he go off. Which is gonna happen.
You gonna come out of that week 1-7. You could have started somebody else with 7 different weeks. You gonna get that 1.
Bro, the first week he had that touchdown, I was like,
it's gonna be validated. You gonna be validated as fuck. Like, you got me that 1. I had his ass 10 that week.